Have you ever heard of Camp Canaan? It was supposed to be a summer paradise for kids, a place nestled deep in the woods, full of sunshine, campfires, and ghost stories. But in the summer of 1983, the ghost stories became terrifyingly real. 1 week into the session, every single person at Camp Canaan, over 100 campers and staff, vanished. Gone. No signs of a struggle, no bodies, no clues. The camp was just empty, as if they had all been erased from existence. For decades, the story of Camp Canaan became a local legend, a chilling tale whispered around campfires. The official investigation went cold, leaving behind nothing but unanswered questions and a deep sense of dread that hung over the abandoned grounds. The police found tents still pitched, half-eaten meals on tables, and personal belongings left exactly where they were dropped. It was a ghost town, frozen in time. What could make over 100 people disappear simultaneously without leaving a single trace? Theories flew around everything from a mass kidnapping to something far more unnatural. The case remained a mystery for nearly 40 years. Then, in 2022, a young documentary filmmaker named Alex Easton decided to tackle the legend. He was fascinated by the story, convinced there had to be an answer hidden somewhere in the silence. He spent months digging through old police files, interviewing locals, and exploring the Nauticang camp. The woods had begun to reclaim the cabins, and the whole place felt heavy, like it was holding its breath, guarding a dark secret. During his investigation, Alex stumbled upon a sealed evidence box from the original 1983 case, misfiled and forgotten in the basement of the old county courthouse. Inside, buried beneath yellowed reports and crime scene photos, he found something that was never listed in the official inventory: a single, unlabeled VHS tape. This was it, the breakthrough he was looking for, a piece of the puzzle that nobody even knew existed. With his heart pounding, Alex rushed back to his studio. He had to find a VCR, a relic from a bygone era, to see what was on this tape. He finally got it working, pushed the tape in, and pressed play. The screen flickered to life. The footage was grainy and unstable, clearly shot on a home camcorder from the 80s. It showed kids laughing, playing games, singing camp songs. For a moment, it looked like a normal, happy home video from that fateful summer at Camp Canaan. The footage was filmed by one of the camp counselors. He was documenting their last night, a special celebration called the Starlight Festival. The tape showed campers gathered around a massive bonfire, their faces illuminated by the dancing flames. Everything seemed normal, joyful even, but as Alex watched, a strange feeling began to creep over him. The audio started to distort. The happy chatter of the campers was slowly being replaced by a low, rhythmic humming sound. It wasn't coming from the kids, it seemed to be coming from the woods themselves. The counselor filming started to sound nervous. He pans the camera away from the bonfire and into the pitch-black trees surrounding the clearing. "Do you guys hear that?" he asks, his voice trembling slightly. The humming grew louder, deeper, a resonant frequency that you could almost feel through the screen. The kids started to look around, their smiles fading into confusion and fear. The bonfire suddenly flickered wildly, casting long, dancing shadows that twisted into unsettling shapes. Then the camera catches it. For just a split second, between the trees, Alex saw 2 points of light. They weren't animal eyes. They were too bright, too steady. As the counselor zoomed in, the image became a pixelated mess, but the lights remained, hovering unnaturally in the darkness. The humming intensified into a deafening roar. The campers began to scream. The camera whipped around frantically, chaos, panic, children running, counselors shouting. And then a blinding flash of white light filled the entire screen. The audio cut out completely. For a few agonizing seconds, there was just pure, silent white. When the image returned, the clearing was empty. The bonfire was just smoldering embers. The tents were still there, but the people were gone. The camera was on the ground, pointing up at the night sky. The two strange lights were now directly overhead, pulsing slowly. They hovered for a moment before silently shooting up into the stars and disappearing. The tape went to static, and then it ended. Alex sat there, stunned into silence, the hum of the VCR the only sound in the room. He had just witnessed the last moments of Camp Canaan. It wasn't a kidnapping. It wasn't a mass hysteria. It was something else entirely, something nobody was ever supposed to see. The tape is now in the hands of federal investigators, but what it shows defies all logical explanation. The mystery of Camp Canaan isn't a ghost story anymore. It's evidence of the unbelievable. What do you think happened that night? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you're intrigued by mysteries like this, make sure to subscribe for more.